In this video, we are looking at two high quality IEMs from the house of Penon. Penon Fan 3, which is a bit more recent than the ISN H60. Both are hybrid IEMs, but this one can be called as a tribrid IEM, housing 2 DD, 2 BA, and one bone conduction driver. Both are priced similarly at $350. You guys can see this one is reasonably attractive. I will not say this is a very attractive looking IEM, but this one definitely has the advantage with its bone conduction driver, which do help with the grandness of the notes. It is not a huge deciding factor when it comes to these two IEMs, but yes, this bone conduction driver definitely has a decent amount of impact on the overall experience of the IEM. I will not say that pick this for bone conduction prowess, but it is definitely adding some extra to the Fan 3. Definitely, no questions about that. If we look at the cable, both are very good when it comes to the cables. Yes, they are cheaper IEMs, do not come with decent cables, but these two IEMs come with very good cables. If we talk about the ISN H60, this one has a slightly more premium kind of cable. It looks nice. I like this cable, and this one is slightly more beautiful to me. I like this transparent shell. It looks very good. You guys can see. I like to have a look at the drivers, and it looks very good to me, to be precise. And this one has two DD and four BA drivers. You guys can see the drivers too. It's a very good IEM for the asking price, and those who do not want aggression or extra sharpness or extra definition with the IEMs will love this one. H60 is a calm, composed, and a very well resolving IEM for the mid range for sure. If you are not looking for a lot of details in the treble range and you like a bit more vocal forward signature, then you will love the Penon H60. It sounds very good. Let's have a comparison of the sizes before we jump into the sound quality. If we look at the sizes, I'll say that Fan 3 is slightly smaller because it has two less drivers, two less BA drivers. But if you guys see, the depth is very much similar. The back plate is slightly smaller on the Fan 3, but nothing is exactly distinctly small or distinctly large. You guys can see both are very similar, but yes, this one has slightly smaller footprint. You guys can see on the back plate, this one is slightly longer, while this one is slightly less long, slightly less voluminous. This one is, while this one is H60 is slightly more voluminous. If we talk about sound quality, both are fantastic. The way they rendered the whole spectrum is different, definitely different, but it comes down to the preference of the buyer or listener. Okay, if you want a bit more aggression with your music, a bit more finishing definition, okay, you should definitely go for the Penon Fan 3. But as I said, if you want a bit of smoothness, if you want a bit of calmness with your music, H60 is the one to get. It has very good vocal performance, to be precise. A bit more vocal forward it is, and it sounds very pleasing. I have mentioned that in my initial impression video that this one sounds very similar to the EJ07M, but there are some differences. EJ07M doesn't have the kind of bass depth and bass punch the H60 has, and the treble of EJ07M is more energetic and can be slightly thin and sharp, which the H60 is not. Okay, if we start talking about the lower end, both are very good. Okay, I have used the Fan 3 with both bone conduction driver on and off, and I will say that the impact of bone conduction driver is decent. Okay, I will not say it is groundbreaking or anything, but it definitely gives the low end a bit more fuller feeling. Okay, they travel a bit more. Okay, they sound a bit more grand. Okay, notes height and the feel is a bit more apparent. Okay, but in any case they are tight. Fan 3 has tighter, more precise presentation. Okay, it is not kind of loose like the H60. H60 can feel slightly loose, while the Penon Fan 3 is tighter. Okay, it has bigger area of impact. Okay, listen to this. Okay, it has bigger area of impact, but it is tighter and moves a bit less air, which helps it with better definition and control. Obviously, the decay is faster with the Penon Fan 3, and it has better layered delivery. I like the layered delivery of this one because it has that extra bit of technical ability. It tightens the note a bit to extract that extra bit of detail, extra bit of definition, extra bit of dynamic ability, and it is a bit more cleaner. In between the notes, it is cleaner in the lower end too. If you talk about the H60, H60 is more musical. Okay, it sounds very good, very pleasing. If you enjoy bass, you will love the H60. It has the punchiness, it has the weight behind the notes, it has the body, it has the depth, it moves more air and they move inward with good amount of force, good amount of vigor. It sounds very good if you want a slightly bassy sounding IM. Very, very good to be precise. Bass have very good definition, very good rumble, very good sub bass depth. If we talk about the sub bass, okay, this one is slightly less deeper than the H60. H60 is fantastic with sub bass extension, and mid bass has, as I said, a very good amount of weight, which the Penon Fan 3 doesn't have. It doesn't have the extra bit of weight that the H60 has, but the H60 is a bit more compact when it comes to the note size. Okay, area of impact is slightly on the compact size side, while the Fan 3 is more grander in that regard. If we talk about the dynamic abilities, H60 is not bad with the dynamics, but it is not a very technically capable IM when it comes to comparison with Fan 3. Both are very good, but the H60 is slightly inferior to the Fan 3. In any case, if we move on to the mid range is where both are, I will say, equally matched, but you need to pick the flavor that fits you better. Okay, H60 is thicker, fuller, its tonality is very pleasing, very analog, it's warmish, exceptional texture, I'll have to say, and the resolution and definition are very good, but it does not have the extra bit of finishing energy or definition. Okay, it does not lack with resolution. Okay, do not say it like it is lacking anything, but it is not very good when it comes to that finishing definition, that extra bit of sharpness that we expect from instruments and female vocals, even with some male vocals, is not exactly there with the H60. But what it has is slightly more forwardness and calmer, cleaner mid-range. Okay, very clean, slightly smoothish mid-range with excellent clarity. No issues with the clarity or anything like that. You are not missing on any details or anything, but that transparency, extra bit of energy that we get with some instruments and vocals is not exactly available with the H60. But Penon Fan 3 is kind of opposite of the H60. This one has a bit more finishing energy, is not very smooth, but it is slightly lacking with the texture. Okay, so the texture part is where the H60 is better than the Fan 3, while everything else, if we talk about energy, cleanliness, is better with the Fan 3. Fan 3 is very good if you want a detailed presentation. The transparency, I'll say, and note height too is very good. There are no issues. It is slightly tighter, more cleaner with better air between instruments. If we talk about the separation, okay, separation in between instruments, both are very good, no issues there. Both are very good when it comes to separation and layering. That stage depth is very good with these two. Background contrast is fantastic with the two. But if we talk about the treble stage, that is where these two IEMs are totally different from each other. While the H60 is slightly docile, okay, it is not forward or anything with the energy or anything. It is slightly less I'll say transparent in the upper treble region. It has similar extension, both have similar extension, but this one can feel slightly darkish in the upper treble region. It does not sound very clean or very transparent in the upper treble region. That is where the H60 kind of loses a bit of brownie points, or else it is smoother. It is very well defined. I will not say it is fighting for air, but yeah, it is not very airy either. So that is where the H60 kind of is slightly different than the fan 3, because there are a lot of people those do not enjoy energetic treble. If you are one of them, you will definitely love the Penon not Penon ISN H60. But if you want more agile, more transparent, a bit more cleaner, a bit more airier treble, you will definitely love the Penon Fan 3. This one is priced similarly but has better technical abilities, a bit more energy, a bit more extension than the H60. Even though it has two BA drivers for the treble, this one is the better choice here. I will not say both. I will not say that any of these are lacking resolution or details, but the transparency of the Fan 3 is better. They tend to deliver better air between instruments, and the layering and separation is more cleaner with the Fan 3. If we talk about staging, both are very good, but I will say the Penon has better treble staging, better air, better cleanliness with subtlety of instruments, transient effects, or there is some there is a term that has been going around is in-head movement of instruments is better with the Penon Fan 3, while the H60 is slightly less capable in that regard, but it is a, you can say, vaguely warmish IEM. So if you want that pleasant feeling, H60 is the one to get. But if you want that extra bit of details and definition, then you should definitely go for the Penon Fan 3. It's a excellent IEM, those who are looking for the extra bit of details and extra bit of definition. So yeah, this is it. This is my comparison of Penon Fan 3 and ISN Audio H60. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.